Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
The Skooled Zone.
Alright, well you know what? We actually have our first factoid right here with this standby screen. There's actually a name for this thing. It's called the Indian head test pattern. I think you can see the Indian head in this particular pattern, but that's where the whole concept comes from. As I was looking at it, hitting the record button, I was going to give you some factoids about it, but you know what? It actually might make for a really cool little extra credit video, the ones I put up on Saturdays. So I think I'll do that for one of the upcoming extra credit episodes, because it's kind of a fun little tidbit of history, so to speak. All right, well, let's jump into it. Well, as promised, here's a quick little extra credit video on the origins of that standby screen. Now, unlike most of my other extra credit videos, you might only be seeing this screen for the entirety of the video, but that's cool. I'll give you an oral history in 3 minutes or less, and it's pretty interesting. So as I mentioned in the excerpt from episode 2 of my Fallout 4 series, that standby screen was originally called the Indian head test pattern. It was almost exclusively used in North America from the 1940s through the 1960s, with a few exceptions. It was also used in Canada and a few British colonies such as Rhodesia at the time, and a small handful of Central and South American countries. But what is it exactly? Well, it was a projection pattern that was actually built into monoscope vacuum tubes and kinetoscopes of the cameras that were used by television and film studios during that era. It was built into the cameras to allow immediate calibration of focus and aspect ratios from the moment the camera was turned on. A broadcast engineer could look at the projection and make any adjustments necessary to framing, contrast, white balance, and a host of other production measurements to ensure the picture was perfect. It also allowed syncing between television cameras and film cameras, since they normally use different aspect ratios. And it was even broadcast during off hours to home television users and repair shops, so they could make similar adjustments to their own units, along with that annoying sine wave tone that indicated a station had gone off the air. Yeah, aren't you glad those days are long gone? So where does the name come from anyway? Well, we're looking at Bethesda's Fallout 4 version here. Let's take a look at the original. You can clearly see the Indian head now, which of course is politically incorrect these days, and rightly so, since the term Indian was coined after a huge navigational blunder on the part of Christopher Columbus, who was trying to make it over to the country of India by sailing west instead of around the Horn of Africa. Somehow the epithet stuck all the way until the early 1970s. Kind of amazing, actually. Although the artist from RCA Pictures who sketched the Indian head did so with noble intentions way back in 1939 in an attempt to honor the indigenous peoples of America. Knowing it would be, projected into millions of homes, the head he sketched included all the layers of contrast necessary to adjust the brightness and differential gain, and it has since become a cultural icon of the early days of black and white television. And there you go. Now, whenever you see that Please Stand By Me loading screen in Fallout games, you'll know the true origins of the test card. Hope you enjoyed this extra credit episode. If you want to see more, I'll leave a link in the description or the iCard above to the extra credit playlist. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my Fallout 4 trivia walkthrough series as well. Lots of cool information within the text of the gameplay. Slap a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time on The Skooled Zone. Stay smart.